although Nagas have seemingly been weakened, we are not destroyed. Am I right? Yes or no? Yet, although Nagas have seemingly been somewhat weakened, I'm here to say Nagas are not destroyed. Okay? Nagas are not destroyed. We are alive. Despite the little disruptions in our historical and political bonds, maybe in the recent past, that the very disruption has surged the Naga people into a more organic way of relating. Well, some of you will say, is that very true? I say this because it is factual and observed in our meetings since February of this year. Since February 16th to 18th, we met together, all the Naga Political Groups. The public may not know, after that we have met 4 times. In all this, every political individual for every political group came to an understanding that despite the disruption, today Naga people are more organic. We are more organic by knowing how to relate with one another. And I'm saying this because of what I have observed. This is an empirical statement that I mentioned. Therefore, convergence as opposed to divergence. Convergence as a universal law of nature is a coming for the Nagas. The socio-political disruption within the Naga family has ironically created a humanity of first and oppressed that is providing the most essential necessity of forming solidarity with each other. In our coming together to face dangers and move towards constructively towards what I've been saying all along, constructive nationalism. Now, we are finding, I'm glad to report to Naga public, we are finding that the Nagas are learning to understand each other on the issue of assumptions. The reason all political leaders are here it is because of that they are drawing assumptions. What are the assumptions? Plebiscite is one of them. It is not the only one, but plebiscite is one among the many assumptions. And in that assumptions, all converge. I think it would be good if the public can also give a round of applause for this response that comes from our group. We are learning to recognize each other's space and form. By imagining that the other doesn't exist is not going to solve the problem. Among the many, we are coming to realize and we are recognized and we are given space. It has also been declared by the Naga Political Groups that cooperation in the collective essentials will be honored as a stand for Naga rights. Cooperation. please take this home to our Naga people. We recognize our differences. That's a form of unity. By recognizing our differences, we acknowledge that we need to cooperate with one another. And this has begun cooperation in the collective essentials. And this is honor, and this is where we stand. Now, a word to the general public. Nagas are generally altruistic, positive. When it comes to each other's needs, we are selfless. This inborn cultural quality remains our strength. Today, we must accept the challenge that Nagas, especially younger generations, must show our altruism by starting a collective movement to stop destroying our most cherished belonging. We all want the same thing, but we are destroying it. That's the irony. We all love our rights, but we are destroying it. So a movement must begin from young people. And this movement must be a collective movement from the north, south, east, west, and so that we can stop destroying our most cherished belonging. Older generations have often underestimated the young Naga generation. Please forgive us for that. Today, the young generation stands tall in terms of possessing a sophisticated understanding of the contemporary world. There is a great Naga potential that needs to be organized around the primordial spirit of belonging. The Naga people share more common interests than points of conflict among us. The seed is already planted and needs persistent plant nurturing. A generation that does not offer its members the ability to work towards the common good is not a worthy generation. In our context, we have shamefully incited violence against each other. We have hesitated to grow our identity and history within the larger Naga identity and history. We have fallen prey to the temptation of alienating ourselves from the larger Naga family. Friends, belonging to the Naga family demands sacrifices. We must believe it is worthy because sacrifice can be what all Nagas want today. It is through sacrifice that the seeds of real freedom, peace, and justice will come to fruition. I have hope that we can win. I really believe that we can win. We must win. The possibility of winning is in our lives. You see, hope is a priceless treasure that cannot be taken away by any power on earth. Hope situates itself in our context when we are heavy laden under the weight of despair. Hope situates itself in our context when we feel the burning anger of being misunderstood. Hope situates itself in our context when we think we have run out of faith. In accepting that invitation of hope, one is acting that the foundation of hope lies in our present turmoil. For hope begins when we open ourselves to God. Romans 15. It begins when we open ourselves to the divine. This act of opening ourselves to God in turn leads to a sense of divine security and liberty. Therefore, we can say that God of hope is a God of hope. In Him, there is no big or small Naga. I repeat, in Him there is no small or big Naga. God breaks through the walls that have been created to separate us from others. God breaks down the walls of individualism. God lives over the boundary of pride and hate. God overcomes the difference between north and south, and east and west. Therefore, we can hope for Naga. To hope for us is to, at the same time, hope for our neighbors. Let us not forget this Naga. To hope for ourselves, let us not forget to hope for our neighbors. To hope at the expense of others is to limit oneself. We've made many mistakes along this line. When we have hope for us, we have undermined others, particularly who are our neighbors. This law of life, law of nature cannot be forgotten by us. We cannot live and hope at the expense of others, and to do so, we are limiting ourselves.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on GeoTV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapu viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.